guys, so this is not the type of video I would normally make, and I'm only making it because I know some of you guys shop from the same place that I honestly believe was the culprit for this. But as you can surmise from the title of this video, I got scammed really, really badly. And we're not just talking about like somebody selling an item that wasn't what it... No. We're talking full-on credit card number, stolen, drained entire bank account, scammed. Yeah. So, I bring this to your attention because I believe the store shopmissa.com is where the info was stolen from. And if you look at the bottom of their site, they have no VeriSign accreditation, no Better Business Bureau info, nothing like that. And if you go to their Facebook, they do not allow visitor posts, and I'm gonna come back to that later because it becomes relevant. But, okay. I bought from them one other time, that, like a year or two ago, that time that I randomly bought like 20 pairs of sunglasses just to see if this site was even legit or not, because it sounded too good to be true. For those who are unaware of what this site is, shopmissa.com is a site where literally no matter what you buy on this website, it's always $1. Now, hold on. I'll wait for this to stop. Okay. So, sorry, somebody got the phone downstairs. So, anyway, everything on the site, doesn't matter what it is, no matter how big, how small, everything is $1. Sounds too good to be true, right? As with most things in life, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Now, the first time I bought from them, the only thing I can figure that was different between that time and this time, well, two things. One, I only bought about $20 worth of stuff that first time, and I bought about $100 worth of stuff the second time. But the first time I used my PayPal. The second time I used my credit card. Normally, I would not use it on a sketchy-looking site. I generally only use it places like Amazon, eBay, and like Joann's, and that's it. Anything else, I try to use PayPal if it's available, or I just try to find some other way of shopping online and getting it from elsewhere that I do trust. So, anyway, the one time I made an exception to the rule, I forgot the number one cardinal rule of shopping online. Check the bottom of the site for the site accreditation. Sure, it has the HTTPS thing in the URL, which says it's a secured server, but what good is that secured server if it's not cleared with VeriSign and the Better Business Bureau? Yeah, don't trust that shit ever. If there's anything I can leave you guys with, it's always check the bottom of the site for that accreditation anywhere you're gonna ever use a credit card. So, anyhow, moving right on with this story. So, about a week or two ago, one of my Facebook friends who's in the lip balm reviewer community tagged me and several other people in this post about shopmissa.com, and honestly, I had kind of forgotten about that website, but they had said, look at all the lip products that are on it, and I was like, dude, I could get so many things for cheap to review on there. So I did. And apparently that was a huge mistake because this happened right after that. And there is nowhere else that I used my card that this would have been stolen from. So, yeah, plus the bank is already agreeing with me that, yeah, all signs point to this. But anyway, I didn't think anything of it at first, right? I mean, yeah, it was a big purchase for that site. Like I said, everything's $1. That's a lot of things I bought. By the way, order never came. Just throwing it out there. But if it does, I'm not even sure I fucking want the stuff anymore. I'm so pissed off. But so this starts. I actually filled out a fraud report, but it went from February 1st to February 6th before I caught it and had my account frozen. But the first thing they charged, $182 to Brown Estate Foundation, wherever it is. I don't know what the fuck that is, but they charged that to it. On the second, they bought $198 worth of stuff from Tammy Elmoot's Jewelry. They also spent $140 at Moseo that day. On the third, They spent $150 at callfire.com and $1.50 at Mediapolis, which seems like one of those things where it's a test purchase. This is classic fraudulent behavior. And then on the 6th came the big purchase. From Lululemon, they spent $367.79. Altogether, that adds up to about $1,200. They left me with a grand total of $187 in my account by the time they were done. I'm not happy. I am not a rich person. I don't have a very big income. I work incredibly hard for the money I get. That pisses me the fuck off that they just took basically everything. They give no fucks. They give no fucks that they're wrecking someone's life doing this. I can only hope that the investigation will lean in my favor and they will be able to refund my money from all these places. But it's really shitty that there's people out there who do that, and not just scummy people in general, but no, ones that you shopped from their site, so let's steal your info and screw the fuck out of you? Like, what the hell? I am never buying from Shop Miss A ever again after this, and I highly suggest that you guys don't either, or if you do choose to, only ever use PayPal. Do not use a debit or credit card through that site. They will fuck you, apparently. I'm disgusted. I'm flabbergasted. I'm just left speechless. I'm like, honestly, I didn't even realize I'd been hit until I went to use my own card on eBay and found out my card had been frozen. And went over to my bank account online, my online banking, and my stomach fell to my feet the second that I saw there's suddenly only $187 in that account. Last I knew, I had about $1,300 or $1,400 in there. Yeah, that. The fuck? So I got on the phone immediately, and I called the number on the back of my banking card, and they were able to freeze the card, kill the card, they're sending me a new one, the whole 9 yards, so that'll at least stop them from making any future purchases, because they only did it through the card. They thank God didn't have my routing number, but, yeah, that. So that was a thing, but now I'm having to jump through all the legal hoops that come along with the fraud report and waiting for them to conduct their investigation, for them to hopefully nail whoever was on the other end of this doing this. It looks like it's tracing back to somewhere in New York as the culprit, from what they can tell, from what they were able to tell me at the bank that day, just from what they could see on their end. So that's pretty good they could even see that much that fast, but that's just really shitty that somebody would even do that, in my opinion. What the fuck is wrong with people? But, like I said, because a bunch of other of my friends I know were tagged in this same post to shop from that website that day, and I have no doubt some of you guys bought from there. I want you guys to know, do not buy from that site. And if you did buy from that site, check your bank statements right now. Check them, make sure everything is kosher, because apparently it can happen to you. It happened to me. I wish it hadn't happened to me, but them's the breaks. Hopefully I can get my money back, because otherwise I'm just out all of that. That took me months of saving up to earn all that. Like I said, I don't earn very much money at a time. I am not traditionally employed. I am self-employed, I run an Etsy, and I get a tiny bit of money from YouTube every few months. That's about it. That's my income, guys. Every once in a while I get money from data entry, but even that takes a while to accrue, and it's only $30 at a time when I get it. So, yeah, that. I am very upset. I want this remedied, something awful. I'm disgusted that people suck this bad in this day and age to where they just give no fucks who the hell they're screwing with, and they will apparently keep going until they drain an entire account. I have no words. And this is calmed down from how I was that night, 2 nights ago, when this all went down. Just saying. If I had made a video that night like I was originally going to, there would have been a lot more screaming, a lot more cursing, a lot more everything. Holy crap, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I had to get shit-faced drunk that night. I was so pissed off, I couldn't even go to bed, I was so angry. And then the following morning, my dad ends up in the ER because we thought he was having a heart attack. The universe just loves me right now, so we're still trying to get to the bottom of what the fuck was going on there, why this keeps happening with him, because it's the same symptoms he had a year ago, like all 3 times he was in the ER, so we're still trying to figure out what is the underlying thing, but he's back home now, and I mean, he's not 100%, but he's better than he was, but yeah, it's just like, when it rains, it pours, and if I point the camera out the window, you know what? It literally is pouring outside right now. It just... Really? Really, universe? Why do you hate me? Why? Why do you hate me? I don't know. I don't know, guys. But like I said, I'm only making this video because I know some of you guys shop from that website, and I want you guys to be on high alert and monitor your stuff very closely if you've bought from them recently, because apparently this is a thing. I wish I didn't have to be making this video right now, but PSA time.